welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Bart.
It's Monday, and I'm in for Jennifer. Where's Jennifer today?
Well, this is like the fifth Monday in a row. She's on a bougie vacation with her friend Kelly. So
Oh, wow.
She was going to send us a video from undisclosed location, but we haven't seen it. So I'm assuming they're having way too much fun. So
One of Jennifer's former business partners, Bob Simmons, and his wife, Donna Blake Simmons, they watched the morning show on Mondays.
only on Mondays.
Only
Donna
on
has
Mondays.
told me this. She told me to my face, I
Yeah.
only watch on Monday.
No, she told me to my face.
So.
She said, I love the morning show, but only on Mondays.
Bye, Donna. Thanks for tuning in for a minute. We'll see you
Sorry,
later.
Donna. Stick around. You might like today's show.
See you on the streets, Donna.
Yeah, we might show a picture of Jennifer later in the show. 66 degrees in Jackson, and it could warm up to 84, and this week is going to be a hot one.
Yeah, it is. So I'm spent the morning asking people what they're going to do on tomorrow and Wednesday. We could have a heat index that gets up into the high highs. Is baseball season over, Brandon?
No, not yet.
Okay, so you're going to have to deal with that. That's not going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to do. I think just stay inside.
Well, I mean, we've been complaining that it hasn't
Yeah.
been summer weather yet, and here it is. Here it comes. A chance of some storms and strong winds late this afternoon and this evening. Still a strong possibility, so just be aware of that. Big weekend in sports. Miguel Cabrera, they celebrated his 3,000th.
Yeah, that was very cool. V-Mart surprised him and presented the ball, so that was very cool. One of Miguel's teammates for 7 years. It was very cool.
They're still playing hockey with 95-degree weather. Stanley Cup Finals set. They're just starting the finals.
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit here and there, and I do know that Tampa Bay is in the finals.
Tampa Bay and Colorado.
Okay. And Tampa Bay's won the last 2 years, right, Brandon?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, and that has not happened
Hockey.
since
Hockey guys.
1980 to have three-peat.
And that was the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
See, I am a hockey guy. How about that?
And the NBA Finals.
Yeah,
continue.
NBA Finals, that series is tied 2-2. The games are so late, though,
If it goes 7 games, it'll be a 2-week series.
Is that
Two-week
is that
series.
something else? Jeez,
Oh, they take
unbelievable.
so much time going back and forth.
By the time you get into the game, you got to wait 3 more days for the next one to be played. It's hard to get into it, but oh well. We had plenty going on this weekend. I think this was the busiest weekend
Since last weekend.
since last weekend. No, this weekend was very busy. This was the busiest weekend. The Art Beer and Wine was this weekend, and you were there.
I was there.
Brandon was there.
Brandon was there.
Yeah.
It was incredible success by all accounts. Perfect weather.
Yeah.
They told me before the event started that they were expecting 4,000 to 5,000 people to come try Freddie Dancy's Fancy Butter.
Have you had that?
I have. It's very good.
It's very good.
But we were there between Later Dudes, brand new food truck making its first appearance at Art Beer or
Cool.
Wine. Yeah. Those people aren't affiliated with Later Dudes.
Great pictures, though.
Oh, there's Brandon.
Look at you, Brandon. You look like
Great picture.
this is like a paparazzi type deal, like you're walking along the Hollywood Boulevard and someone is.
You did look like a Hollywood celebrity wondering where.
Were you guys arguing?
No.
That's my argue face.
Yeah.
But they had more food trucks, more wine, more beer, more artists, more.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We will
Lot
be
of fun.
talking to these puppeteers and other vendors, wineries, beer makers
Yeah.
on an upcoming Jackson show.
Very
So
cool.
check
I
it out.
saw a lot of people. There's the.
Ogma
Yeah,
guys.
Andrew from Ogma. Saw a lot of people parking and walking through my neighborhood on Saturday, which is just always so fun to see. As I live kind of a cut through to the park, so a lot of people can kind of make their way over from the neighborhoods or park at friends and walk over. It was fun.
Yeah.
The walking there was a lot smoother than walking back.
I saw some people driving a golf cart down 4th Street after the event.
Yeah, well, it could have been me, but it wasn't this year. But I have done that in the past. On Friday, a lot of us were at the Barker Weber anniversary. They celebrated 40 years and had a really nice get-together.
And Tiki Sam was there. Tiki told me on Friday that he was not going to be at Art Beer or Wine. He was planning on it,
Yeah.
but his food truck wasn't ready.
You ate a lot of pizza at the Barker Weber event.
Oh, you were counting?
Well, I mean, it was kind of hard not to notice. You had at least 5 slices.
3.
Thanks to Barker Weber for picking up the tab on that. There's Bill Barker.
What a great celebration. Beautiful weather for that.
Great people too,
Oh,
right?
they are. Yeah. The Giant Scissors. Busy pair of Giant Scissors this year. So wonderful time had by all. Did
Yeah,
you
it
have
was
any
good.
of the pizza?
And then I did have 1 slice,
Oh, okay.
and my nephew Jim was there, so we took him over to the Kona Ice truck.
Your nephew James.
Yes, I call him Jim. But he had Kona Ice, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The JDRF One Walk was held on Saturday, and I think you were telling me, how many years have you been to this in a row?
24.
24.
I missed 1 year.
And Brandon's been 19 years, I think, in a row. And just another special event. Beautiful weather.
Yeah.
How much money was raised?
Somewhere around 90,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're still adding it up. It's far different from the days where people would come in with bags of money.
Right.
And they have a table counting money. It's all done online now. So they had a bunch of youngsters who are JD1 patients, and they got a chance to get on stage with Bob Kraft. Steve Tucker has also been there just about every year singing the national anthem, except the 1 year he forgot.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
But yeah, nice turnout. Thanks to everyone who participated and raised money on that. This is one of the nationwide, one of the best walks in JDRF, in the JDRF community. So a lot of kids from Albion College come over every year to support the walk, including
Very cool.
those guys.
The Southside Freedom Festival also was taking place over the weekend. We've got some photos from that. And that was at Nora Mormon Plaza. And did you go to this?
I didn't get a chance. I was trapped at the Art Beer and Wine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was on Saturday too. There's Hakeem Crampton, and this is part of a new Summerfest series that is going on, and a lot of opportunities to check out vendors, and it's a
Food, a lot of food.
lot of food, a lot of food. So it was very cool.
They've got 2 or 3 more this summer. So
Okay.
if you missed this past Saturday, there are more to come. So head over. It's a great event. They do an awesome job putting this on.
There's Imagine Planet,
They're always there
always there. Yeah. Ooh.
with their reptiles.
Well, see, I'm afraid of reptiles.
Oh, there's Calvin Battles.
Calvin, I can't go a weekend without seeing Calvin.
Jackson District Library always a part of this event. People do shopping. There's clothing vendors, a lot of local black-owned businesses selling their wares at this
Very
event.
cool. Very cool. More photos from all of those events on our website, jtv.tv, and there's a few that we didn't even show you.
Roads Run,
Yeah.
all the sports. JTV's Jeff Steers was all over Michigan on Saturday with state finals in golf, regionals, and softball, and we'll continue our coverage this week on JTV. Be sure and visit jtv.tv. We have about a dozen photo galleries from the weekend in all. If you want to look at photos, over 2,000 photo galleries and over 1 million photos online for your perusal at jtv.tv. Wow.
That's great. We're celebrating Juneteenth along with our friends from Jackson College, and Daniel Mahoney has one of our first segments. And today, we are going to Wingity Hands.
I'm Daniel J. Mahoney, Mayor of the City of Jackson, an executive member of the Jackson County branch NAACP. This year, as I reflect on what Juneteenth means to me, I'm reminded of the length of time it took for the news to travel. 2.5 years from the passing of the Emancipation Proclamation to the time, 2.5 years later, when people in Texas actually got the news. This is what Juneteenth signifies. I also reflect on the 2.5 miles per day walk of Opal Lee, the 94-year-old activist who walked across the country from Texas to Washington, D.C. to campaign for Juneteenth to become a national holiday. It is an honor to recognize this day both locally and nationally, help lift up the voices, influence, and highlight the struggles and successes of Black-owned businesses right here in Jackson.
We had people in from Arkansas the other day, and she said, if I like your chicken, y'all moving to Arkansas. She stood up. She said, you're moving to Arkansas.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what I was telling you. Those are the things. It's not so much as the business itself, the money.
Yeah.
It's the stories you get. It's the people you run across that just like good food. And I mean, it's humbling. You know, it's different. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do it, you know, to get rich, or you know, you might even have people, I'm not going in there today, but you gotta come in here, because man, the story, we get something new every day. Every day, and that keeps you just so motivated and so happy. And you look back from the start till now, and we've touched a lot of people, and a lot of people have touched us for sure, because without them, it wouldn't be no us. We couldn't have these lights on right now.
Thanks to Mayor Mahoney and thanks to Ray Robinson. Have you had those wings yet?
No, I'm anxious to try them now after I've seen that.
Unbelievable. Very, very, very good. Very good stuff.
Cool name.
Yeah, it is.
Wingity Ants.
Wingity Ants. Yeah, it's awesome. Legendary, legendary food. What?
You were going to do something.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Remember
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Today's show is brought to you by Jackson's Playhouse. Book your next birthday party at Jackson's, offering themed party packages. Birthday party options are available to browse. You can even book them online. Visit jacksonsplayhouse.com to reserve your date today. Located in the Ferguson Road Mall near Knight's Steakhouse, and I would highly recommend Tuesday and Wednesday visiting Jackson's. They have air conditioning.
Yeah, air conditioning.
Yeah.
Here's something that you might consider for your summer vacation getaway. A stay in the Scooby-Doo and Shaggy Mystery Machine. It is now available on Airbnb. They are partnering with Warner Brothers. New movie, 20th anniversary of Scooby-Doo being celebrated this summer. And Matthew Lillard, who starred in the movie as, was he Shaggy?
I think so.
Yes.
He looks like your nephew, Steven.
Yeah, so you can stay, it's only $20 a night, and you can stay any one of 3 nights, but you got to book starting Thursday at 1 p.m. at Airbnb.com.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lottery. So they will select 3 people, and you get all you can eat snacks. Matthew Lillard will be providing you with a virtual welcome. So
Oh, wow, that's nice.
they'll pop a tape into the cassette.
Very nice. Very nice. That's cheap, though. Have you seen the cost
Yeah.
of hotel rooms?
I mean, it looks like it'd be pretty cool, but you got to fly to California because you're not going to be able to drive it around. It's parked. There's probably no engine in it.
Have you looked at the cost of flights to California lately?
Ruh-roh.
You know, I'm going there. Thank God I paid for the plane tickets months ago.
Suggestion, book your rental car first. And rental cars are cheaper downtown than they are at the airport.
We've got a little rental car situation in my traveling party because one of my friends, you know, refused to book the rental car. Like I told him months ago, thinking that, you know, it was 2019. So now we're in a little bit of an issue. And gas is going to be $11 a gallon when we're out there. So we're looking forward to that fun trip.
Book your rental car first, and then when you're at the counter, negotiate, hard line.
No, it does not work at all. Guess how far of a drive I have to my destination once I get to California?
I don't know. It's like 3 hours from anywhere.
3.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll keep a tally of all the gas and all the fuel costs.
Yeah, send some pictures and stuff too.
I will.
Yeah. Can you hear Brandon at
I
all?
can't hear
I
him at
can't.
all.
We can't hear you at
No,
all,
I'm
Brandon.
sorry.
Sorry.
No, I can't hear him at all. The Concord Classic weekend is June 24th and 26th. They're going to have a kids carnival, home run derby, car show. Concord Classic weekend on Facebook or Concord Classic on Twitter. Contact Matt Lehman. They're also going to have a huge fireworks show this Saturday night. And ask me how big of a show.
How big is the fireworks show?
$15,000 big.
Wow.
Yes,
In Concord.
that's right.
Awesome. And the Michigan Theater is announcing this morning that the kids' summer movies are back. They start next week. And the first movie is Minions, which happens to be Brandon's son's Barrett's favorite film.
Very cool. We'll see if we can get
Next
you
week,
into that.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, thanks to the Kiwanis Club, the Michigan Theater, and the other sponsors. It's $1 admission. Who's on the show today?
Today we have Antonio Parker from the MLK Center, and he'll join us right after this.
At Consumers Energy, we believe change is empowering, powering both your home and your business. Change is progress, with a modernized grid that can detect outages and restore power within seconds. Change is reliable. We're talking preventing over 35,000 outages last year reliable. And change is enduring, like our dedication to keep your power running, just as it should. Consumers Energy, a force for you, a force of change.
Improving the air quality in your home isn't a luxury, it's improving your family's lives. Our staff do each job carefully, completely, and with great attention paid to you, the homeowner. We take care to leave each home better than we found it, and when you take your first breath after one of our cleanings, I'm sure you'll agree. We can help keep your home cleaner and your air safer by scheduling a cleaning today. Dux, we're your indoor air professionals.
Collins Brothers floor covering, because new carpet is like, very nice. But commercials suck. Don't change the channel, change your carpet. Collins Brothers downtown, excellent. Established in 1940.
That's before the war, sucker.
Before the friends and the laughter.
Welcome back to the show. Today we are brought to you by Vermeulen's Home Furnishings. Now in their third generation of being family owned and operated, they pride themselves on offering high quality name brand furniture at affordable prices. Thanks to Vermeulen's for helping us bring you today's show.
Joining us now is the director of the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for the City of Jackson, Antonio Parker. Good morning, Antonio.
Morning. How are you guys?
We're doing really well. How are you?
Not too bad. Busy.
Busy. So I was enjoying today not driving my daughter to school for the first time since summer.
Me too.
But that means that kids have a lot of time this summer. It means you're busy.
Yes, it means I get even busier in the summertime. And so my wife's a teacher at Hunt, so she's on a balanced calendar.
Okay.
So my schedule's still kind of the same. I got to deal with the kids in the morning. And so right now, fortunately, they still get to go to their grandma's, which is an easy fit. But for 2 weeks after the kids get out and then 2 weeks before kids go back, my schedule still is the same. So I get a 6-week window in the summertime where I don't have to worry about the kids.
It doesn't seem fair.
Just before the pandemic, Jackson College began a series of classes
Yes.
at the MLK Center, and then boom, the pandemic.
Pandemic hit, and that shut down everything, obviously. And so now we're going to head back to getting back to normal. And so Jackson College is coming back to the King Center this fall. Classes will begin in September. And so we got some registrations happening in July. Both of those are 5 to 8. And then in August, there's one 2 to 5 and another one. The last one in August is 9 to 1. And so the class is going to be a 19 credit entrepreneurship class, 2 entrepreneurship classes, and then 1 English class. And so those classes will start, I'm sorry, they didn't start in September, they're going to start in August, the very end of August through, and they're going to run like cohorts. So cool. August through like October, and then October through December.
Who are these classes for? Anyone?
Anyone that wants to get back in school. And so it has been a refreshing sight to see faces coming down to do those kind of things. And so we got some great things happening at the King Center, man, and it's really awesome right now.
Yeah. Last year, baseball was new for you guys.
Yes.
It had been a part of the city back in the day, but you guys brought it back as a camp last year, and it's more than a camp this year.
Yep, so last year it was a camp, and I convinced my supervisor to help me make it into a league, Kelly Hoover, and her husband, Chris Hoover, who's the head baseball coach. And so Dave Rodriguez is the softball coach. So we've decided this year to bring it back as a league.
Cool.
And registrations are rolling in quite a bit here. And so we're planning to start practices next week. And then games are going to start July 9th, that Saturday. So games are going to be on Saturday. It's a 5-week season, but it gives kids that sweet spot after the little leagues are over. And it's right in that sweet spot of the summer where it's kind of just a 5 or 6 week window where there's no structural things going on. And so it gives us a chance to really do it and do it okay. And so hopefully we get to the place to where the King Center is a location where we use, and maybe at some point we use Parkside also.
I like that. That'd be great.
This is for any level, any skill. I know.
Yes. So we're going to go from ages 5 to 6 for co-ed t-ball, 7 and 8-year-old boys coach pitch, 9 and 10 minors, 11, 12 majors, and then girls. We're going to do something a little different with girls. It's a 7 to 10-year-old coach pitch softball. Okay. And then 11, 12-year-old majors if I can get enough girls.
Yeah,
so
nice.
6 total divisions. I'm hoping to pull off 2 teams per division and roll from there.
Yeah, so if and no experience required, right?
No experience required.
Yeah, really, I remember stopping by the kids. There's some that have never touched a bat.
Never touched a bat, never touched we had kids last year standing on the plate to bat.
Oh, I know kids that have played 6 years that still stand on the plate to bat.
Just getting back to, I like seeing kids play sports, multiple sports. Sure. Obviously basketball is a huge thing at the King Center, but I think having those 2 ball fields and back there need to be used. And I want to see kids playing multiple sports: basketball, soccer, track, tennis, all of it, you name it.
Yeah, we used to have 2 Little League organizations that don't exist anymore on the south side, and I think
so the Southeast dissolved about 10 years ago. And since then we hadn't had baseball. And so that was one of my biggest goals when I took over as a director, was bringing baseball back to the south side of Jackson.
And the field looks great. It's ready to go.
It's ready to go and we're ready to rock. So I'll be looking forward to seeing a lot of parents and a lot of kids next week.
Yeah. Were you a baseball player?
Yes. Yeah. And so I fancied myself as the next, at the time I was the first baseman when I came up. And our place so long ago, Exchange was still a baseball field. And so I played for the Jackson Police Department. And so good times back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many kids had that opportunity, but and I think even the Southwest Little League, it seems numbers are
I
down.
think it's parents are so busy that
for sure.
When you mentioned a 5-week program, I mean that's a sweet spot for parents. It's some things are large commitments, and parents aren't sure. Like you said, if your kid hasn't played at all, do I want to get into this big commitment?
Oh, for sure.
Well, something like a 5-week deal is perfect. So I think it's parents and
busy.
Yeah,
for sure.
So someone that's never been to the King Center, what's it like? What time do kids can they come? How long can they stay? What do they do? What's the day like?
For the summertime?
Yeah.
So in the summer program, we start at 8:30 in the morning and we end at 3:30 every day. Breakfast is served at 8:30 to 9 o'clock through JPS, and lunch is also served from 11:30 to 12:30 every single day. And so the sweet spot of our day is about 10 to 2. We got lunchtime and we got kids in and out, And then about 2 o'clock, the numbers start to kind of go back down because parents are getting off work and kids are in and out. So a day is at the King Center is typical. You know, we do our wake up warm up at 9, and then we do our laps around that. We make sure kids go a mile every day around the track, every single day. And then about 10 to about 2:30 is most of our structured activities, kind of throughout the whole campus and in the building. So kids are on the move about every hour, and we're moving and shaking. And then about like I said, about 2:30, 3 o'clock, it starts to wind down. Our day ends about 3:30.
That's very cool.
The place is open for anyone. Just
Place is
drop
open
in,
anyway.
right?
And so we have, our program is ages 5 to 14. And then we actually have our staff orientation when I leave here. So I got staff orientation this week, Monday through Thursday. And so got to get those staff ready for all those wonderful kids that's about to come see me next week.
What's your favorite part about the summer at the King Center?
Honestly, it's going to be really simple. The favorite part about the summer program is watching the kids come in every day with a smile on their face. And I get it all, so I'll get it all year long asking when the program's going to begin. And so like right now we're in that, I call it a lull period, where we're kind of getting ready for the summer program, which is time for me to kind of like get my hair back together and kind of like, okay, I'm ready to go now. And so favorite part of the summer program is watching smiling faces come in that door every single day.
Oh, everything's beautiful. All the renovations have been completed.
Yes.
There's more room, more equipment. It's really set up to do a lot of things all at the same time.
Yeah, and we had, so with all the supply chain issues, we do a big order every year through SNS, and so I didn't get my order until September of last year.
That's crazy.
So we spent most of our summer last year operating off of old stuff before the pandemic. And so program ends, and then in September, here comes 4, 5, 6 boxes of these big old shipments.
Oh, that's
and so this year I didn't really have to order nothing at all because it was still sitting in boxes all year long. And so looking forward to a normal summer where we actually have our equipment.
And once again, for those interested in the classes, the Jackson College campuses at the King Center, there are several information sessions coming up yet this month. We've already had a couple. Or actually, July will be the next info sessions, and then in August, but the classes start in September, and you can register right now.
Yep, you can and you can come and register and get it. So one-stop shop. They can register, financial aid, all of the above. So literally, they don't have to go anywhere else.
Awesome. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you again.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Antonio Parker is the director of the City of Jackson's Martin Luther King Center. Stay tuned. Up next, Kelly Hoover, who heads up Jackson's Parks and Rec, joins us after this.
Come along with JTV and Experience Jackson and get to know or reintroduce yourself to some of the best Jackson County has to offer. Join Andy and Rachel as they tour the county interviewing and highlighting Jackson on a visit with Experience Jackson. Whether it's golf, museums, hotels, or events, we'll give you some great ideas on how to spend time in Jackson. Watch on JTV.tv, YouTube, and Experience Jackson social channels.
Searching for medical supplies can be a challenging aspect of the healthcare system, but with help from Brown's Advanced Care Medical Supplies, you can set your worries aside. Our expert staff takes the time to give each of our customers the personal attention they deserve and are trained to find the right products for each individual. If you can't come to us, then let our delivery team come to you to help set up your supplies so you can get back to what really matters, living your life. Brown's Advanced Care Medical Supplies. Locally owned, locally operated, locally loved.
Welcome to the Blessed Nest, the home to all your spring home decor. With everything from furniture to women's clothing, the Blessed Nest has what you need, including favorite brands like Bed Stew, Brighton Jewelry, and Kalamazoo Candles. Stop in and see our unique selection of women's shoes, bags, clothing, and large variety of candles and fragrances. At the Blessed Nest, you'll find something special for everyone.
At Blair's Car Care, honesty and customer satisfaction have all
don't miss the 2022 Juneteenth Community Celebration. And it is a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday, downtown Jackson. Friday, local law enforcement and community leaders. So we'll have a social justice and criminal justice reform panel, and that's at the Michigan Theater. Doors open 9:30 a.m. Program is at 10. Friday evening, a Black History stage play, 1619 Welcome to America. That's at Michigan Theater. Doors at 6. Saturday, there'll be a resource fair, job fair, and kids zone, and that is 2 p.m. downtown at the True Community City Square. There'll be food trucks and vendors on hand, and Motown, R&B, and gospel music. And again, this is a free community event. We will be there and hope to see you there with us.
The director of the City of Jackson's Parks, Recreation, and Cemeteries, our next guest, Kelly Hoover. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, guys. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Kelly was also our co-host with Christy Dillon of the Rose Parade. Thank you for doing that.
Thanks for having us. I think Christy and I probably had a little too much fun doing it.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, no. No, we had a great time. It was really fun. And being live was a different feel to it, but it was kind of nice, like as it's happening, you can talk about it. And then received a lot of feedback through social media, like the people that couldn't come out to the parade for different reasons, they could watch from home. Really like that experience of the live event. You know, they could see their grandkids or whatever in the parade as it is happening. So I thought that was kind of a neat.
Sorry we didn't tell you it was live.
That's okay. It was very, as I said, very, very live. Very, here we go. So it was fun. It was really great.
Kelly, I just got done coaching another year of rec soccer, and I think the Saturday morning at the soccer fields is probably one of my favorite things about Jackson. It
100%.
just is, and it's because of the amount of people. And coming out of the pandemic, you guys had a record year in soccer, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and right now we're feeling it too. We're getting ready for those summer programs, and people are coming not registering for one program; they're registering for multiple programs, and that's kind of a great experience to see. The thing about, like, I'm totally with you on that experience. Being like in the, you know, I've done a little bit of everything in the office, and I still like to go out into the programs because that's where you get the good feel of the results of the programs. And see, I think people think I'm crazy, but that fall soccer, when cross country is pulling out, and we're doing the same, you know, soccer going, we got like 8,000 people in the park. I'm just sitting out there going, this is the best thing ever, that we can house all this at the one time. And I think it's great. I think people are really anxious to be involved and do things. And events that, like, from graduation to different events that I've gone to, if you can just tell people are excited to have that little bit of opportunity to get out and do some things.
You know what's missing? A donut truck or a coffee cart. Someone could make.
Why don't we sort this out now?
Yeah.
Why can't we have food trucks at the soccer?
Well, you know, I don't think it's against doing that. I think it's just a process. Well, there's a process to go through.
Yeah.
For years and years and years, when I was doing it, I guess a really long time ago now. I don't want to put that time frame out there. But when I was doing it, the Jackson High School soccer teams provided the concessions as part of their fundraiser for their group, and they haven't done that in a little while because they, you know, the people are busy in COVID and stuff like that. But no, definitely, I think it would just have to be done right and safely because, you know. Once in a blue moon, we'd have like a ice cream truck come through, and I'm like, not right now in the parking lot. People are darting and the kids and stuff. So it'd have to be done in a right way, but I don't think that's. I think that's something that can be done. We'll get you some donuts and coffee.
Well, you know,
that's an easier thing to do.
The city is food truck friendly, and the food vendors have told us that they'd love to be in Jackson. So it's only a matter of time where someone's going to recognize an opportunity and then go through the proper channels.
Exactly. Yep. And it's. I think that's a great. I think that's a great new thing that we can do. You know, now you're seeing food trucks everywhere, and I think it's great.
We've got the Al Glick football camp this weekend. You guys have named your baseball league after Al Glick. I know Al's very important to you and the programs.
Yes.
And well, I'm sure I'll see you at this event.
Yes, I'm handling the registration portion of that, or helping out, I should say, not handling. Rebecca Armstrong and through Alro is doing a great job getting everything organized in the legacy group, and so it's obviously more special than before. You know, Al, I'm glad I could count him as a good friend. Really, just his foresight of the care for the community was so large and so big, and to have this after him and having him be a part of the future in his own way and his family within the programming. We were at a baseball game Al came up to Jackson High School to watch a baseball game, and I was sitting in the stands, and he's like, you know, how come there's not this or that? And I said, you know, not as many kids are, you know, some kids are not playing sports or playing baseball. And he's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so he and I and Chris sat down and talked about doing a camp at the King Center for free. And it was a hit. People came. We had equipment. Everybody had little Alro hats, and it was a hit. And you know, I think you have trends in recreation and society that trends. You know, in the 60s and 70s and 80s, it was in your neighborhood, and then it trended away from that, and now it's trending into, you have to have things that are in your neighborhood that you can walk to that are accessible for experience. And exposure has changed because in physical education in the elementary school is limited now. I don't know what exactly it is, maybe a day a week or whatever. Yeah. So those exposures that we had growing up through our physical education or other programs aren't as available.
That's a great point.
Yeah, and so making sure that we're doing programs that are accessible in walking distance and have equipment there, because baseball is not, it's a very expensive sport to do. And how can we cut that in half and make it better for people?
Yeah, we know the business of travel sports, money keeps growing even though participation numbers are down a little bit. It's weird how that math works out. But the recreation departments, like you said, in your own hometown and neighborhood, and you're participating with kids that you're going to grow up with, go to school with, potentially work with someday.
And that's always been my thing. Like you're getting to know somebody from the other side of town that you might have never met before because they don't live in your neighborhood, you know. And I think that you're exactly right. And forever, there's a institute in Florida. It's called the National Alliance of Youth Sports. And for years, I've been saying, they've been telling you the stats are going to be that the sports are going to drop off because it ceases to be fun at some point.
Right.
When you're jumping in, you know, really big and not trying. And when you talk to like D1 coaches and all these people that are recruiting athletes, they want to see an athlete that is doing multiple sports, not just one necessarily, and have a love for sports in general. So the statistics are on that side of it, but society hasn't caught up with that statistic yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to play baseball in your own neighborhood, or do you want to spend the weekend at the Southgate Best Western?
It is Woodhaven Best Western, and I didn't stay there.
He was like, that wasn't me.
No, but you know, you go around, your kids have grown up, are they, is one a senior already?
Well, yeah, Gabe is a senior now, and Colin just graduated from Jackson High.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they were, a rarity in the sense that they were 3-sport athletes, and that wasn't something necessarily you saw, but they truly were recreation department kids growing up through the system, and I think had a good exposure. I think that that elusiveness of a college scholarship is something that comes however you do it. So
the pool, it's going to be hot this week.
Oh my goodness, yes it is.
But we got to wait a little while for the pool to open.
Yes, Nixon Park, we love it, and we're so excited to be back this year. And it's just facts that are affecting you in your grocery store or your local, convenience store or gas station. We are waiting for some equipment to show that is delayed by shipping. I'm pretty excited to announce, if you haven't already heard, which you might have, is that we're doing a relationship and partnership with the YMCA.
Yes.
I met with Shauna and just was like, hey, we can't compete for the same lifeguard because lifeguards don't exist.
Right.
And how are we going to get more people to lifeguard? So it's been a great partnership between the two of us. We're training lifeguards as we speak, I think today. And getting things ready for the pool. So we should be ready by the 27th if everything comes in the way it's supposed to and people can get back in and have some fun and splash around.
Yeah, and the facility wasn't open for a few years too,
right.
So there's
that's hard. A facility's being closed for a few years is a hard on the facility.
Yeah. You gotta paint the pool.
Yeah, and we're painting the pool and with a pool, if you have one at home, you realize how hard that is. You have to start with step one. You clean it and you paint it. And then you fill it, and then you see if the pumps work, and then you get it certified. So there's so many steps to get it going.
Yeah, you don't just fill it with water and jump in.
No, there's so many steps. So we're looking forward to being back at the pool this summer, and if people can just be patient with us, we're waiting for our shipments, and we'll open up as soon as we can on the 27th.
How old do you have to be a lifeguard?
Usually high school, 14 or 15. I love 14 or 15-year-olds because hopefully they stay with you for quite a while. I always recommend, and one of our supervisors this year, Jordan Beal, is one of those young ladies that came through the program and got her lifeguarding in, basically runs the pools in Marquette, Michigan when she goes to college. And I always tell kids that you can't get a better job in high school and college than being a lifeguard, because no city, county, state, everybody is looking for lifeguards because there isn't any. Like Chicago, I think they pay near $32 an hour to get their lifeguard.
Southern California, there are lifeguards making $500,000 a year.
100%, because it's crazy,
It's
but you
true.
can't get people, and you're going to go, wherever you go to college or wherever you live, you're going to get a job because people need you, and you're going to get paid well.
Yeah, and at a young age
At
too.
a-
So
yeah,
start
exactly.
making money now.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you doing swim lessons?
Swim lessons start next week. We're pretty excited. You can register at the YMCA. We're again partnering with them on our swim lessons this year. I think it's going to be an exciting partnership, and we're going to do them at Parkside Pool. Our information's on our website at cityofjackson.org if you want some more information, but it's going to be exciting.
What about the Jackson High new pool?
Yeah, they were just doing some work on it this summer, so we'll go back over that way once it's opened.
Cool.
Mhm.
One of the camps that I'm a large fan of is the Corey Pryor Track and Field Camp, and that deadline to sign up for that is Thursday.
Yes.
And I think people need to realize that Corey's the fastest person in the history of the state in the 100-meter dash, and he's right here in town, gets to coach the
Right,
kids.
and he's an amazing coach. And I would dare to say one of our most popular summer programs. But there's a lot of good summer, like the MLK Center program.
Yeah.
But the kids that come out of the track and field camp have such a positive experience and fun. Like that's the big thing, right? Fun and so that's kind of a neat thing to see.
Kelly, thanks for coming in today, and thanks for everything you do for us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Kelly Hoover from the City of Jackson Parks, Recreation, Cemeteries, and Grounds. We'll be right back after this break.
Antibiotic infusions, as well as those for many other conditions, such as inflammatory bowel, joint, and lung disease, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Our modern facility is open 7 days a week, and the infusion staff will make you feel right at home. Let your doctor know you have a choice where you receive your next infusion. Remember, when you've picked us, you've picked the best. A fun place to take your family and friends is the Jackson Candy and Fudge Factory. See. Hear. Smell. Taste. While you're here, pick up a gift to share. You always feel like a kid in a candy store at the Jackson Candy and Fudge Factory.
Register now for the 3rd annual Al Glick Youth Football Camp on June 18th at Withington Stadium at Jackson High School, 544 Wildwood Avenue in Jackson. Camp will take place from 12 noon to 4 p.m. with check-in at 11 a.m. Cost is $15 per camper and is open to all Jackson County kids entering 4th to 9th grade in the fall of 2022. All campers will receive a t-shirt and drawstring bag, light breakfast, lunch, special guest speakers, and non-contact instruction by current high school coaches and former college and pro players. Register now at legacyfootballorg.com or in person at the City of Jackson Parks and Recreation Department in downtown Jackson at 161 West Michigan Avenue.
Good weather is here, and the Grand River Farmers Market is open in downtown Jackson. Shop fresh Michigan-sourced food and quality products directly from local farmers and artisans every Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fresh fruits, vegetables, sweets, crafts, and so much more. Accepting cash, credit cards, EBT, and double-up food bucks. Conveniently located at the corner.
Welcome back to the morning show on JTV. It's time now for a visit with Experience Jackson, and Rachel Buchanan takes us to Sandhill Crane Vineyards.
It's time for another visit with Experience Jackson. I'm Rachel Buchanan, and today we are out at Sandhill Crane Winery with Holly. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks.
It's an absolutely beautiful time of year out right now, and it's the time to experience something different. Now, you're a little off the beaten path, and that is some of the beauty of what you'll find here, because you have to drive through the trees, through a few back roads, and all of a sudden, it's just this shining light of a place with this beautiful porch here. And I know it's something that if you've never been to a tasting room or something like that before, it might be a little out of your league. You might not be familiar with it. So if people are watching right now and they're not familiar with that, what could they expect if they were to come here for something like that?
So, we like to be really, really casual. So you can come out here. It doesn't matter if you've ever been to a tasting room. You just come out and enjoy yourself. So what you can expect out here is we have a beautiful porch. You can sit out on the porch. Even if it's a little chilly, we have fire pit tables. But it's getting so nice right now. We do not do traditional tasting. We do flights and wine by the glass, wine by the bottle, sangrias, and slushies. So we have a ton of options along with food. But you can stroll around the property. We have grapes. Right now, the vines are just barely budding out, so they're really pretty and really cute to look at. We do ask that you don't touch them because they're very delicate at this stage, but they're lovely. And we even have some outdoor games. We have cornhole. We have live music on Friday night and on some Saturdays, so we have a lot going on.
Great. So we want to talk about the drinks. We also want to talk about the food. Very popular right now, especially in my table. When I have guests over, hospitality thing right now is charcuterie boards, and you guys are getting a lot of attention for what you do with that.
Yes. So our charcuterie boards are kind of our star right now, and the main reason is it also goes with the wine. So I love food and wine pairing. It is one of my passions. We kind of get our crew together and we sit down and we try some of the foods on the charcuterie, and then we taste some wines and we say, what goes well with this? And so you can find anything that goes, anything on the charcuterie will go well with a glass of wine. We have two of them right now. We have the traditional meat and cheese charcuterie, and we have a vegetarian one as well. And a lot of the things on the board are made from scratch. In fact, everything that we possibly can in the cafe is made from scratch. So.
Wow, that's amazing, actually. And so if you were to have a sweet tooth, is there a drink that might be good or might be recommended here?
Yeah, we have some dessert wines. We have some lovely ones. I am a fan of ports, which is a traditional, we can't technically call it port because it has to be made in Portugal to call it that name, but we can say it's a port style. So I make those in the traditional method that they use in Portugal, but using the grapes that we have available here. They're a little bit sweeter. They pair beautifully with chocolate. Absolutely wonderful. So it's a really nice way to finish off your meal or your evening. Yeah. And as far as, I was going
to say, what doesn't go good with chocolate?
What doesn't go good with chocolate? Yeah, and as far as sweeter things in the cafe, Lori, our cafe manager, is a baker, and she's phenomenal. So we always have some kind of yummy baked good.
Excellent. Now, it's not just wines either. I hear there's some beer here as well?
Yeah, so we also have a brewing license, and we make the beer on property as well. We have anywhere from like 3 to 5 different beers, depending on what we have in stock right now.
So let's say someone is celebrating a special occasion. They want to come here and enjoy themselves. What would you recommend? Kind of lay out an itinerary for them. How would they spend their evening?
It depends on what the occasion is. We've had a lot of proposals and engagements and things like that. And sometimes if people call ahead, we'll do something special for them. We'll have like a little table, that they can sit at, or they can stroll through the vineyard. We've had people have like a little photographer while they're doing the actual, proposal. But really, you can come in for an evening. There's no rush to get out of here. You can stay, you can listen to the music, you can enjoy the food, you can get a bottle of wine. For the entire summer, we are open late on Friday nights till 10 o'clock. We have music from 6 to 9. The cafe is open till 9:30, so you can come and get whatever you want and you can enjoy the music.
And now we're here with Lori, the cafe manager, and I'm excited to talk to you. You deal with all the sweets and treats inside. Tell me what you love about working here with that.
Gosh, that's one of the things I love the most is baking all the treats, and I really love to bake and all the desserts and actually all the food here. I like bringing it to the table and everybody oohing and ahhing and everybody enjoying themselves, and so that's really what keeps me going.
Very cool. Now, do you have a background or someone special that influenced you that gave you a love for this kind of work?
My family, they're all big cooks, so yeah, I like the creative part of it. We're all very creative, and just the way that I tend to be creative is with cooking, so.
Now, what are a couple examples of your favorite things that you make behind these walls for people?
Gosh, the cheesecake, absolutely. We always do cookies. The sandwiches are really good. I love the Maz personally. Myself is my favorite. I love everything. I'm not picky. It's not hard to please me.
And I'm sure that you've had some great interactions with people who come into town to be able to experience everything here.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any favorite stories or things that people will say when they walk in, things they're surprised by?
Well, they're always curious to see what's on the bakery counter, what we have as far as desserts go. But I just love our customers that come in. Everybody's usually always so lovely, and it's great to talk to people and share, what they love and what I love, and so I get asked a lot for recipes and stuff like that. So I enjoy talking to people about it.
And finally, we're with Dylan, the tasting room manager here. It sounds like you've got a really fun room to do your thing in, right?
Oh, yeah, and everyone's always really nice when you have all the wine.
That's true. You get them at their best point. Now, earlier, before we recorded, you were back here doing some fancy little mixes and tests and things. What kind of things do you like to do, and what kind of joy do you find in this work here?
So one of my favorite things about working here is I get to come up with like crafty little cocktail recipes. I do a different sangria every month, usually very seasonal, and I also decide what goes into the slushy machine during the summer.
You are popular in the summer months here. What's probably your favorite mix that you've come up with?
I think it was one of the first ones I did was a strawberry and basil sangria. So we did a fresh strawberry puree, and I made a basil simple syrup in-house. We paired it with a semi-sweet rosé, and it was just so good.
Now, when people come here to visit, of course, they're coming to enjoy food and drink and atmosphere and everything. What's your favorite part about this place?
I really love the atmosphere out here. I live closer to the city, so I kind of get that in my home life, but I get to come to work every day and be like out in this like beautiful, like natural environment, and I find that like so fulfilling.
Anything else you'd like to share with people about what's so great about this place?
I'm really proud working here because we do everything we can in-house. We make all of our own beer, we do all of our own wine. Everything starts from the most base, from scratch principles that we can, and we put a whole lot of love into what we produce and sell here.
In the Jackson District Library's 2022 Summer Reading Program. Log 4 hours of reading between June 1st and July 31st and earn an entry into one of 14 grand prizes, including a Nintendo Switch, gift cards to local favorites like Cascades Ice Cream, Jack 60 Bowling, Ella Sharp Museum, Jackson Symphony Orchestra, and more. SRP is open to all ages, from infants and toddlers to adults. To sign up for summer reading and find the schedule of library summer events, visit myjdl.com or stop by your local branch.
Registration is now open for Jackson YMCA Summer Day Camp. The camp is about learning skills, developing character, and making friends. Every new experience at day camp is a chance for kids to stay active, address gaps in learning when school's not in session, and have fun. Open to ages 4 to 14. Sign up for just 1 week or all 10 at jacksonymca.org.
Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping has been proudly serving the southern Michigan area since 1986. With thoughtful design and quality craftsmanship, our experienced experts can bring any idea to life. Stop into our brand new location and garden center today. From a total redesign to just a few plants to spruce up your outdoor living space, we have everything you'll need. Need dirt, mulch, stone, or topsoil? It's all here and on site at Wilcox. And of course, we can handle the delivery. We can also take care of your fertilizing and weed control, irrigation from repairs to new systems, and all of your landscaping needs. Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping, everything for your outdoors.
For over 35 years, Nostalgia Inc. has been Jackson's home for all things comics, graphic novels, and games. Whether it's Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, The Walking Dead, or even Stranger Things and Star Wars, Nostalgia's friendly staff has decades of experience and can find the perfect gift for that fanatic in your life. With the largest selection and inventory of the latest comics, you're always sure to find something new.
Welcome back to the morning show. I know you're a big fan of the Disney experience.
I love
Disney.
Well, I did.
The Southern California Disneyland. They opened up a new attraction, the Avengers, a whole campus, and there was an incident over the weekend with the Spider-Man attraction, and I think we have. Yep, here it is. So crowds gather to watch Spider-Man flinging through the air and landing on the.
Oh dear Lord! So I've seen this in person. I was at Disneyland. Can we see it again? That was nice.
You know, when I saw this, the report did not say that was a robot. I thought it was a man.
So when you're there in person, you can tell it's a robot. So with the pandemic, they've gone away from these fast passes. So there's two major rides at Disneyland. One is that, and you get in this queue. So everyone's waiting, and you're kind of entertained by that before you go in. So yeah, I'm really proud of that I've been there.
Cheaply built roof.
Yeah, and then you go in the ride, and it's just like one of those rides that moves slowly, and like the graphics move around you. So you're like, it's neat if you're a kid, but if you're an adult, it's like
I think most of the Disney rides are designed for parents to take naps on.
Yeah, you can usually fit 3 to 4 on a Disney ride, which is nice. Very nice. Hey, join us tomorrow morning. We'll have Angela Klein and Charlie Brenner with us. We'll also have Wendy Clow and a JPS Believe the Hype with Chris Gianetti and Jen Coppin, who's a teacher at the 4th Street Learning Center.
And later today, join us. We have Mayor Daniel Mahoney. Kelly Crum will be talking about Juneteenth. Also, Kelly Burr Coughlin from ShopRat, Aaron Demick, Frank Murdoch, Mark Carpenter, and Claudina Kestner all this afternoon. We'll see you then.